Hi there, my name's Andy Irvine and I'm a trainer and lecturer in subjects like civil engineering, civil construction, project management, leadership and areas like that. And today I want to show you a tool that I'm using called VidVersity. I use VidVersity to really easily create online learning materials because a lot of my students can't get to classes, they're working or they're in remote locations, and what I needed to do was find a way to be able to film the face-to-face classes that I'm running, and then just using my phone and my laptop be able to really easily turn that into online materials that I can share across all the students. Basically, I record my lectures, my face-to-face lectures using an iPhone. Very simply, I upload it into VidVersity. I like the idea of having a platform that's independent of YouTube and Vimeo and things like that because it protects my IP. People can't get into it and use it without my permission. It's also interactive, so it allows me to see who's been watching the lectures, who's been answering the questions, who's been interacting with the content in the lectures, so I can get a sense of who I need to spend more time with, see anybody who's struggling and so on. So very quickly, VidVersity allows you to record the lecture directly into the app, uploads that into the cloud-based system where it's protected, and then you open it up in the editing suite of VidVersity and you can cut your lecture up into pieces, which I find great because it allows me to take all the jokes out that people didn't laugh at, all the questions from students that the others don't necessarily need to hear. So effectively I can cut an hour-long lecture down into about half that time, about 30 minutes, and I can add questions. I can also add notes, so any materials, any learning materials, resources, texts, slides, photos, other videos that I want the students to see, I can upload into VidVersity, and I'll show you, I'll put up a quick demonstration video now. Thanks for watching. So here's some iPhone footage of a lecture that I gave. You can see on the right hand side there's the chapters. You can flick to those at any time. Students answer questions as they move their way through to make sure that they're interacting with the materials. I like to use subtitles so I can direct students where to find notes for the various assignments or assessment tasks. You can add multiple choice questions which the student answers before moving on, and students can move through the materials at their own speed, which I really like. Students can either use this resources button or highlight the text up here, click on these, and these resources can be printed off. Once again, using subtitles to direct students to the resources they'll need to answer a series of questions. The idea of a lot of these questions is not so much that they are assessment tasks, it's more just to make sure that the student is interacting with all the material, they're reading everything, they're listening to the lectures. VidVersity gives you options around whether the student has to go back and repeat the question if they get one wrong, or whether they can just click on continue. You can also choose whether they can skip chapters or they have to complete them in order. You can add videos from YouTube or other places if you want to bring in extra materials. This also allows you to teach different classes using the same lectures. You just add to the complexity of the questions that you're asking depending on the level of the group you're teaching. In the next video, we'll go through how easy it is to use VidVersity to create really good quality online materials just using your phone and your laptop and without needing expensive professional help.